Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to come and wish you a good day. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and for your donations. I'm going to discuss a few ideas. The first one is that the test that we are going through this fourth dimension, as we believe there is more to it than whatever the outer program is about, then we traversing the fourth dimension. And the tests are proportional to our ambition, to our aspiration. When we aspire to universal consciousness, the tests are really, really solidly difficult sometimes. But it is all about preparation for what we've been asking for. And just trust that and know that. For when we create without expectation is when just joy for the sake of joy. Then we have the best result. With no expectation, usually we get the best result, but even if we do not have any result, we experience the joy of doing it. Because rather than believing that we are doing a service or that we will be rewarded by the universe in some ways. It's okay to do things just for service because we think this is important to do, or to do something because we know we're going to be rewarded, like when we work we get pay or whatever. So it's all okay. But if we can do joy just for the sake of joy and happiness, then it's even better, because we're completely free and we're experiencing this experience of pure joy. When I paint my painting, I'm not thinking I'm going to show them or I'm going to sell them. I'm just so engulfed within the creative process with the spirit, my whole spiritual complex, that it's completely absorbing, and I'm getting a lot of joy from it. So it's also important to befriend our mind. Our mind is like a very important part of ourselves, just as our emotion is seeking serenity, peace, so that it can just find elevation through joy and happiness and so on. The mind is very, we have a dualistic mind, and so it's important to befriend it, to be able to choose, to discern within our mind. Our thoughts come in and out, they float from the universe, depending on our attraction point. But what thought do we empower, and what do we focus on? What do we want to empower? Because what we communicate is really what's going to be happening. So choose your thought carefully. Try to understand the nature and the origin of thought. Is a thought coming from fear or coming from love? And you can transmute your thought, you can transform your thought. Let's say, as an example, this is an example that came to my mind. If you think at some point you have the word a prison that comes into your mind, but then if you can turn it into presence, then you move from something extremely limited and fearful to something extremely loving and peaceful. The presence of God. So it's like, I'm not talking about the inner voice of the heart that is always very clear, that is about clarity, about enlightenment, about getting our guidance. Also understanding that if we have a deep desire, or a desire that keeps coming back, the universe is working to create that for us. So just know that, so trust that. And align with that, and convince yourself you're already there, so you feel it on the energy level, and it makes it easier for the universe to deliver that energy. We need to continue to cultivate the sense of working with the sacred light, the sacred color, the sacred energy of the chakras. The first fundamental is the blue flame of blue light, blue ray of power, of integrity, of divine will. The second ray of the pink ray of the divine mother, of unconditional love and receptivity, and the pink ray, the yellow ray of wisdom and consciousness. For this is the light of the sun as well. Personally, I work with mostly in the yellow ray, but it's a yellow that's a lot cooler. The yellow, white and yellow light I'm working with is a little bit cooler than the light of the sun. Yet the sun provides this golden light, and so. I'm going to discuss briefly this idea, talk about the matrix. The matrix. I'm going to pull a few cards, because this is about unity consciousness, the ascension. Because the greatest service that we can do for the ascension is to become peaceful, in peace, to create peace and harmony within ourselves. This is really this is really the work we've done, and why. The collective work of doing that, and those who are holding frequency is really what makes the program works, not to fight against the dark. For the observer of the day is the time of living, the departure. It is coming close, we're getting there. The highest wisdom is approaching the precipice. It's very much about the time of choice is going to be coming. There's more choices, always making more choices. What we need to understand is the crossroad, whether we take a right or we take a left. And sometimes we need to make a decision, and we will try it out on the right. And if it doesn't work, we'll try on the left. But usually there is the path that everybody follows, and sometimes we need to go to a path that's more difficult to walk, but it is our own path, and we choose to make a way for other people to follow as well. What we need to understand is the wind of change. We're not sure how the wind will turn, but prepare yourself for miracles. Do not listen to all the negative news, because let us make an agreement as a collective consciousness right now that we choose an egregore of love, of creativity, of freedom, of abundance, of prosperity, of environmental restoration, blessing the planet. We are here as the children of the planet in many ways, and so we want to create those new egregores, collective egregores, and not listen to any of the catastrophists or all the dark energies that are being and the outcome have been communicated on the medias or even on the internet, and the outcome will be to house cleaning, to do the house cleaning. The house cleaning is we have to do our own house cleaning, but there is a major house cleaning on the planet, and that's what I was going to talk about. Is that for those who are a little bit aware of that, there is the black hat, the gray hat, and the white hat. The white hats are the spiritualists. The gray hats are the ones who are fighting against the enemy of humanity, the ally of humanity. Those are people in a high position of power that are. But then they were given between the year 2000 and 2012 to do all the mass arrest, to set up the trial, international tribunal, to make all the revelation and disclosure, and that didn't happen. So they were given an extension of another decade, and still has not happened. They're like doing things behind everybody's. They're doing their work, but there is some work, but it's like not for the public to know. And so the plan of the Creator, for we all have this connection to God, and God is often a silent partner. But sometimes God comes down and express His own thoughts and thoughts and ideas, and whenever, or anybody that's somewhat enlightened, or when God gives us a command, we all do it. We all, there is no, we don't contradict that. He overtake all galactic laws. Erased when God gives a command. It is the law for us, for those who are trusting of that source creator. And the source creator, I've told the galactic, he wants the planets to be free. Doesn't matter how it happens. He didn't give them any recommendation on that level. They are going to have to. So there is a probability. The best probability would be that the gray hats, or the people in the high position of power that are working against the dark controllers, to expose and to bring those people to justice in the next few months, and make all the revelations. But the probability of that would be the most stable and the most wanted, the first possibility. But the probability of that is so thin. I truly don't think they're gonna. If they were gonna do it, it would have been done already. But they still have a few months, and then. The second option, which will create a lot of chaos, but will be a galactic intervention. And the galactic intervention means they will show their self everywhere. They will ground all the planes. They will turn off all the weapons. They will come down and make the arrest, and they will hijack all the medias to make announcements. But they do value free will, and that's why free will is like everybody. It's so much more growth through free will. If a society is choosing free will, the ascension as their free will choice, it is different. That's the only way. It cannot work if like a group of ascended master would come down to command into a world of peace and harmony, and everybody would be enslaved, dominated by those consciousness. So we all have to come to our realization. The thing is, the difference, if the gray hats could do that and bring those revelations, they will be rewarded, forgiven for all their sins, and rewarded for freeing humanity. But if they do not do it, the galactic would have to, they will arrest all of the black hats, or the 3 or 4 top echelon, and all the top echelon of the gray hats, which will have to, they will be in contempt of not fulfilling their mission of treason. And so they will have to face, not only all the crimes will be revealed on the planet, but they will have to face galactic courts for that, and the third option is that God decide the solar flash, but God is the only one who can command that, and it may not be necessary. So we'll see what happens for this like non-interference. Only the galactic have this non-interference, but God has told them to get involved, and so they will. And even non-interference, if it is to protect somebody who's been abused, we have the right to interfere in the. If we can protect somebody who's been mistreated, it's part of our moral consciousness to do that. There's nothing wrong about that. There is no law that prevents us from self-defense or to assist someone who's been abused. So it is a bit what the Galactic are going to be doing, and Spirit has confirmed to me that they're coming, and it's like the cavalry is coming, and there's like no, the probability is really, really great in relationship to the Galactic intervention, although that is not what is really wanted. It would be so much better that we could do that ourselves, but if we cannot, then we'll accept, we'll take the next best possibility, although it will create struggle and chaos and some disturbance that the Galactic would come to interfere. It may be the only solution for freeing humanity. So we'll see what happens in the next few months, and in the meantime, just be joy, be free, focus on what is really important for you. For me, it's my project, my creativity, and all that. Although whenever I'm called to do something, I will do it. I'm not gonna really think about it too much. And when you're called to do, just do what your heart tells you to do, and know you're protected through the process. And there is really we need to reconnect to who we are on the higher planes, and we'll find so much joy and happiness when we are able to actually blend in this lower consciousness with a higher consciousness. And that is really we're slowly but surely trained to do that. Well, I'm going to finish with a song. Thank you very much once again for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and for your support. And it's a song, it's a romantic song, but here it would be like to all the people who are leaving the channels. It's called "If You Go Away." Please do not go away. If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky, when our love was new and our hearts were high, and the day was young and the night was long, and the moon stood still for the night bird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, when I love you so, there'll be nothing left in this world, you know. Just an empty space, full of empty room, like the empty look I see on your face. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, if you go away, please, please, please don't go away. Wonderful song of Jacques Brel, Ne me quitte pas. I realize there's a lot of wonderful French songs that have been turned into English songs, English music, that are really been sung by everybody. Oh, the most famous one, of course, is My Way. It's a song of Claude François, comme d'habitude. But a lot of other ones, sometimes I sing a song in French and I realize it's already been translated and sung by Frank Sinatra, Billie Holiday, like Summer Leaf, the song. for instance, of Prévert. Well, I'm going to pull one more card. This is milk and honey. I focus on the good things of life, on the well-being, on what brings you joy, on the abundance, on feeling out what we really want is really the best way to inform the universe of what, and then the universe will find a way. I know you are worthy of receiving what that which you've been asking for. The desire is really what comes from the Creator. It's like the engine of production. It's like, but do not be slaves of your desire. Just know that desire serenity, desire lucidity, be greedy for light, for love, for wisdom, but this inner connection, for once we connect to the source, that's really what we want to always be. The freedom lies in alignment with our eternal self, and we already have that. We just need to slowly but surely attune our frequency to this higher plane. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.